I can confirm to you yet another city in, I don't know if it's really a city or anything exists there anymore, but sirens in Muzaffarabad, another target that India has chosen at this moment. Sleepless night, Pakistan experiencing some explosions which have been heard in Muzaffarabad. Is Muzaffarabad next? Importance of Muzaffarabad, Sialkot, Lahore, Rawalpindi. Brahmachalani, it's over to you to give us the importance of the places that have been on target this evening after the other round, the next round of misadventures by Pakistan, neutralized of course by our defense services.
It is clear now that Operation Sindhu represents a paradigm shift in India's strategic posture toward Pakistan. I don't think the Pakistani military generals anticipated such a robust Indian military response. They thought that, going by their experience, when India carried out this Balakot airstrike in 2019, and Pakistan military responded with a dramatic escalation. They sent a wave of warplanes into India's J&K, and they even bombed an Indian military base. But India did not respond to their response. So they did not anticipate that this time there would be such a robust, broad response by India. They have been taken completely unawares by this kind of escalation. It's clear that while India's language has been measured, its actions are quite proactive and punitive. In other words, it appears that India is willing to take Operation Sindhu to its logical conclusion. That's the only way you can deter Pakistan from continuing with its proxy war by terrorism. Also, it's important to note that compared to previous confrontations with Pakistan or with China, India's public diplomacy and its effort to counter disinformation, both these look much better. The way the Defense Ministry has been issuing statements very quickly, for example, the statement was issued an hour ago by the Defense Ministry, shows the new importance India is attaching to public diplomacy. And also this effort by the Indian government to counter disinformation, largely coming from Pakistani elements. That again is a great improvement on previous Indian record. And lastly, these notams that have been issued, they seek to protect India's vital economic infrastructure. For example, the notam over Jamnagar. Jamnagar is home to the world's largest oil refinery. The Reliance refinery in Jamnagar has a capacity to refine 1.4 million barrels of oil per day, and it supplies refined oil to Europe, to Britain, to a number of other foreign destinations. And protecting such vital infrastructure is also clearly one of India's key concerns today.
Absolutely. We now have the statement that was given to Pakistan. Spokesperson Tammy Bruce said that Secretary Marco Rubio spoke with Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif. The Secretary emphasized the need for immediate de-escalation. He expressed US support for direct dialogue between India and Pakistan and encouraged continued efforts to improve communications. The Secretary expressed sorrow for the reported loss of civilian lives in the current conflict. He reiterated his calls for Pakistan to take concrete steps to end any support for terrorist groups. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, do you think a stern enough statement by the United States to Pakistan, will it have any impact?
So, the thing, Navika, is Hussein Haqqani writes about this in his book. Stern statements aren't, they're delivered in a very civilized way. And the Pakistanis don't get that. They expect stern statements to be delivered, the way a mother does to her son who's just crashed the car. That is not the way diplomatic talks are held. So, every time a stern statement is delivered, they just think nothing has happened and they think they've acquitted themselves very well. There are several instances, where extremely serious messages were conveyed. It turned out they were tone deaf, they didn't get it. I I don't think the Pakistanis have got it. What is actually going to have an effect on them is serious attrition on their forces. Remember, they can't continue this even at this level. A sort of lower intensity war. They can't continue it for more than 7 to 10 days, Navika. I think that will be a much sterner statement than anything civilized diplomacy can yield.